every day and night.
Hello, welcome to another episode of Constitutionalist Podcast. I am your host, Joseph M. Leonard. That's L-E-N-A-R-D. It looks French. It's not. It's Leonard without an O. Thank you for tuning in. As Graham Norton used to say on his show, let's get on with the show. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Constitutionalist Podcast, first ever video exclusives week. What do I mean by that? Well, these that are airing on, I'm looking down at my calendar, Monday, May the 18th through Friday, May the 22nd, and probably another one as a Saturday monologue show, previously run video exclusive on May the 23rd, will be just that. Previously run strictly to my video channels, felt that you all across the 40-ish audio platforms and potentially reading via transcript need to hear these. So when a date pops up, they don't pay a whole lot of attention to it because, it could have been from a month, could have been a week ago, could have been a month ago, could have been a quarter, 3 months ago, even 2 quarters, 6 months ago, that it originally aired as a video exclusive. At any rate, follow up to Books/Authors Week, May 2026, the third time I ran a second time I did a Books/Authors Week, second time already this year, back in October 2025. I ran 3 weeks in a row of that. So if you haven't checked that out yet, on Monday, there was Chris Choate. On Tuesday, what day was that? Tuesday, that would have been the 12th. We had Michael Clausen talking about hybrid publishing. Again, you record and the doggone mouth and brain don't want to cooperate. Wednesday, I had on Angel Giacomo. If I'm saying that right, I always get it wrong. The Jackson Mackenzie Chronicles series discussion. Thursday, we had Grace After Relapse. And on Friday, what day was that? I'm actually recording this brief intro on Thursday, May the 14th. So tomorrow, this will have passed, of course, by the time you hear it. May the 15th, Friday, will be North of Broken and Forever Home with Holly B. Gutwillinger. Story about a dog. Great story. Great talk. This week, video exclusives. I don't have handy the various topics. So without further ado, let's just get one on, shall we? Hello, everyone. This will be video exclusive temporarily because I know in advance this is going to be too good. It will come out later across my audio platforms, but later. So today, Monday, March 30th, 2026, being recorded, will drop Tuesday the 31st as a video exclusive across my video channels. So yes, those listening on audio only or reading the transcript, yes, weeks, couple months potentially after March 31st, it drops on video exclusive. It'll come across the audio only platforms. Tentatively, loosely, I'm using air quotes there for those on video. They can see on audio. You can't see it, obviously. Duh, right? Loosely in air quotes, titled Medicare Fraud. Touch on a little other thing. So first,
not Medicare fraud. We all know the taxpayer debased fraud of the left money laundering programs of the daycare centers in Minneapolis, Minnesota area, as well as exposed now also in California and exposed a lot more other blue enclaves too. What a shock, what a surprise. And yet Doge is going nowhere. It was a game, it was a gimmick. Although J.D. Vance was put Doge, putting that in air quotes again, Department of Government Efficiency Fraud Task Force, J.D. Vance put in charge, held the first thing, I think today, Monday, March 30th. So there finally some looking into it. Why does it take the vice president? Why isn't congressional oversight committees doing this? What happened to Doge in Congress? And at the White House, where'd it go? We've known forever waste, fraud, and abuse. Tons of fraud. Year after year after year. This group, that group, some other group exposes it, and nobody goes to jail. Kristi Noem shouldn't have been fired. Pam Bondi should be fired. People need to be charged, prosecuted, and put behind bars. Blondie, as I call her, Pam Blondie, right? Glamming for the cameras. Now, Kristi Noem glammed for the camera in that ad. That became controversial to me. That's not controversial. I've talked about it before, but let me briefly. So she spent 200 what? Million or billion? 200 billion, let's say, on an ad trying to get illegals to use the self-deport app. I don't have a problem with that because I understand math and economics and basic accounting, debits and credits. Spend 200 billion to save 750 billion if you had to then send out ICE teams to round them up, those who self-deported because of her ad. We maybe, again, I've not seen the numbers, so I'm using arbitrary numbers here, but spend 250 billion, save 500 billion. That's a good deal, morons. Kristi Noem shouldn't have been fired. Pam Glam for the cameras, Blondie Bondi needs to be fired. The Kristi Noem commercial, good thing. Proper use of our money to save other monies. But no one in Washington has common sense, except Kristi Noem, it appears, who got, well, not fired. I talked about this in a bit, right? She's now bumped over to SHIELD. So it's not really a firing. It's not really a demotion. It's a lateral move to head up SHIELD rather than be head of DHS but the way I see it is appease the leftards crying, which you're never going to appease them. They're going to ask for every cabinet member to be fired, and they're going to continue to ask for Trump to be impeached, and then Vance as president to be impeached. So why appease them? Republican base? Yes, it would be about time a Republican president answer to the Republican base. Fire Pam Bondi. Also demand Speaker Thune be ousted. The rhinos got to go. Okay, back to the Medicare fraud. We touched on those issues. We touched on the fraud with the daycare centers. Medicare fraud, been an issue forever, as long as Medicare has been around. I've directly seen it in our family, we didn't catch it. We didn't know it right away. When my dad was ailing after a stroke, we got outside care at a firm, but we didn't know. They came in taking care of dad, helping with dad. Also, mom was aged, needed help too, was helping with mom. We didn't know that the Medicare, the way it's set up, there are lapses. You can get coverage and the help for a while, but then it lapses. Then it picks back up again. They reapplied. So what this firm was doing, technically speaking, fraud.
Every day and night, believes in freedom and making his voice heard, sharing his message over all the earth. God loves you, Joseph, for all you do. Stand strong and God bless you.